Hey guys, welcome to Cooking with Steven and Jacqueline. Today we're going to make a simple grilled cheese sandwich, so let's sit back and enjoy the ride.
So guys, let's go make ourselves a spicy grilled cheese sandwich, and here's our ingredients.
You will need 4 slices of bread, half cup white cheddar cheese, 2 slices American cheese, 1 tablespoon Parmesan cheese, 3 slices bacon, 1 medium onion, 1 small tomato, half teaspoon black pepper, half teaspoon basil, 1 teaspoon chili flakes, mayonnaise and sweet rub seasoning.
So folks, to start making our grilled cheese sandwich, first off we have some ingredients to prep, and I'm going to start off by slicing 1 small onion. You just want to cut your onion into some average slices as I am doing here on the cutting board. After doing that, you want to make sure and separate those pieces to make sure that they're all freed up. And then you're going to put that in a bowl and set that aside and move on to the next ingredient. And our next ingredient is 1 small tomato, which I'm going to cut into some thin slices also. Remember guys, it's all about those layers of flavor all coming together. So after finish slicing the tomatoes, we're going to set that aside as well. Next on the list, we need some white cheddar cheese. Here I have some New Zealand cheddar cheese, which I'm going to finely grate. I need about a half cup of that. Well, I tell you, this is going to be a grilled cheese sandwich with a difference. Just wait and see. Now that we have finished grating the cheese, here's the difference I am talking about. We're going to spice it up a bit with 1 teaspoon of red chili flakes, which is optional of course. Then I'm going in with a half a teaspoon of basil. That is to help give it a bit of flavor. And now we're going in with half a teaspoon of black pepper. And to help bring all those flavors together, I'm going in with 1 tablespoon of regular Parmesan cheese. Okay folks, so I'm feeling for a bit of an extra kick, so I'm going in with a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. This is optional of course. Now I'm just going to give it a good old mix and make sure that all those flavors come together. So now that we have got this all mixed up, we're going to set this aside and go warm us up our stovetop cast iron griddle. So folks, here I have my cast iron stovetop griddle on a medium low heat. I'm going to be putting on some pieces of bacon. You want to cook your bacon to your liking. I like my bacon just below crispiness. Well, this will take about 15 to 20 minutes to cook. In the meanwhile, I'm going to saute some onions that I have sliced earlier on. This may take about 15 to 20 minutes as well. Here I'm just going to add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and this will help those onions to caramelize nicely. I'm just going to give it a good old mix and let those onions do its thing. In the meanwhile, it's about 10 minutes has gone by, so it's time to give our bacon a bit of a flip, and here you can see it's coming along nicely. And our onions is coming along nicely. I'm going to season it with a bit of salt, about a 1/4 teaspoon or so. And I'm also going in with a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper as well. Now I'm going to be adding about a tablespoon of unsalted butter, and this will add a bit of flavor and also help with the caramelization of those onions. You just want to give this a good old mix to make sure you get that butter all incorporated in those onions. And in the miracle of time, I say our onions are done because they are looking absolutely wonderful here. So let's get them into a plate and set them aside, and we're going to continue finish cooking our bacon. Well folks, our bacon has come along nicely as you can see, and of course there's always a stubborn one, but the rest of these are done. So we're going to plate these up and we're going to let the stubborn one finish cook for a while. So it looks like our last bacon is done. So we're going to plate up this last one, and here's a little close-up of our bacon and onions. We're going to set this aside and move on to the next step. Well, it's time to start building our sandwich. Our first layer is going to be that seasoned cheese that I have grated and seasoned earlier on, and you know that the cheese acts like a glue. Now that we have gotten that first layer down on both sandwiches, our next layer is going to be bacon, and you know bacon makes everything better.
Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click the post notifications for more.
Now that we have finished laying down our bacon, our next layer is going to be our caramelized onions. And don't those onions look absolutely delicious? Oh guys, I want to give a special shout out to John over at Salt, Pepper and Fire. He did a jalapeno grilled cheese sandwich about 2 weeks ago, so I will have a link to that video in the iCards above and also in the description below. Next in the pool, we're going to be putting down our thinly sliced tomatoes, and we're going to be doing this for both sandwiches. Now that we have gotten our tomatoes all laid down, it's time to season them. And here's the magic here guys. I'm going to be using this sweet barbecue rub. This is a homemade rub that I found on a channel named Hey Grill Hey. So I will have a link to this channel in the description box and also in the iCards above. And our tomatoes are all seasoned up. Now we're going to be going down with another layer of cheese, and this time it's going to be American sliced cheddar cheese. And we're going to be doing this for both sandwiches. Now that we have laid down our 2 slices of our cheese, we're going to crown those bad boys and we're going to move on to the next step before we start grilling them. Before I forget, while I'm doing this, you want to have your cast iron griddle heating up on your stove on a medium-low heat while doing this. This next step is very crucial here folks. I'm going to be adding a thin layer of mayonnaise. Believe it or not, this works a lot better than butter. It gives you a very crispy exterior on your sandwich. You only want to do this to one side of your sandwich for now. And trust me, you would not taste the mayonnaise after grilling your sandwich, but if you want to use butter, you may do so. Well, I say it's time to get those bad boys down, and we're going to be laying down our sandwich mayonnaise side down first. Now you just want to press on your sandwich lightly for a couple seconds to make sure you get even contact on your griddle, and this is one of the reasons why I did not put any mayonnaise on that side. Now you want to let this go for about 3 to 5 minutes and checking in between those 3 to 5 minutes to see what's going on underneath there. In the meanwhile, you can start to spread on that thin layer of mayonnaise on that side of your sandwiches now. And of course, I will have the full recipe written down in the description box below. Here I'm just spinning around those sandwiches to make sure that I get some even cooking going on below. Well folks, about 5 minutes has gone by, so I say it's time to flip those bad boys and see what we have got going on below there. And as you can see, it's a nice light golden brown. And folks, here's a bit of a bird's eye view where you can see how our grilled cheese sandwich is looking. So of course, you want to do the same thing on this side. You want to spin your sandwich around to make sure you get that even cooking going on. Well folks, I say those sandwiches are done, so let's get them off into a plate, move across to the kitchen counter, give them a cut and see what we have on the inside. So here we are, we're going to put those bad boys on the cutting board and we're going to cut straight down the middle and see what we have on the inside. So folks, here's the reveal and it looks like we have a winner here. So let's sit back, fasten our seatbelts and get ready for a drive-by. Let's go!
Well boys and girls, here's our delicious spicy grilled cheese sandwich and it was so tasty. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notifications for more videos. See you all on our next cooking journey and we're out until next time.